Hi students, welcome to Skholar IAS. This is Smarika and I'm going to take your EPFO exam classes. This time I'm taking the subject labor law. This particular labor law is very important from the point of view of EPFO exams. EPFO exams are entry level exams that are taken by UPSC for the Ministry of Employment and Labor. This particular exam is related to officers that are going to manage provident fund for the employees that are already working with the government. Okay, so basically, this is an entry level position, but it gives an opportunity to you for being an officer with government, and it's a government reputed job. So, in this particular video and program that is being offered by Scholar IAS, I am going to take labor laws, and in this particular video, I am going to teach you about industrial relations and how industrial relations work in particular country and how laws govern them. uh, so basically, we are going to discuss the things that are related to industrial relations, and then going forward, we are going to discuss acts and laws that are there in the favor of labor, and what are the conventions that are there according to which we have laws in our country. We are going to discuss everything. Okay, before that, there are certain questions that always come to people's mind, that what is EPFO and how it goes, how UPSC takes exam in this particular area. So students, I must tell you that EPFO is Employees Provident Fund Organizations exam, and this is for EPFO officer. Okay, it is a very good job, and because it is an entry level exam, UPSC takes it in two parts. First is EPFO. There is this preliminary exam, which is multiple type question exam. In this 75% of weightage is given to the multiple question exam that is being asked by UPSC, and 25% weightage is given to the interview. And exam is quite tough because obviously there is no objective exam that is there to judge you. There's only multiple choice exam that is there, and because there is only one exam, so the caliber, or you can say the way this exam is conducted, is also very tough. And since the exam is taken for a very good position in the government, so UPSC takes very good care that good candidates can be chosen out of the people who have filled the form. So it is very important for you to take care that what is to learn that what is important and what is not. So basically, in spite of instead of having labor laws as one of the aspect in the subject, there are other subjects also like English and accounts. So these are certain things that are there included in multiple choice questions. There can be these things. So with labor laws, you have to take care of your accounts, English, journal knowledge, and everything. uh, so all the best for you, and let's start with industrial relations and what are let me give you some introduction about how industrial relations are worked in our country. Okay, let's start with the PPT. So, productivity in any organization is the outcome of joint efforts of two distinct elements, namely technological and human resources. So, basically, whenever we talk about organizations, we have to understand there is this production that gets always attached to organization, and this organization is only it can only work with if they want to give result of production, when the outcome can come from two distinct elements, that are first thing technology, and the second is human resources. So basically the thing is that you can have good human resource, but bad technology, that can also cannot give you good production and end products. But if technology is fine, human resources is fine, and then with good management, with managing all the elements of human resources, good production can be assured. But if any of this element, may be it technology or be it human resource, is not getting attached together in a very good manner, it can always lead to certain things which cannot give you good productivity. So in short, uh, when any organization want good production, so they should have good technology first thing, and with that, uh, particular kind of human resources. For say, uh, I want to I have a factory, and I want machines to be operated. For that, I hire civil engineers. So obviously, because I have technology, but human resources that I am choosing is not in connection with the technology that I already have for machines. For machines, I have to have mechanical engineers in my factory. So this is what uh, this particular relation can be defined in productivity way. Okay, the human aspect in the organization is the most difficult to manipulate or manage in proper perspective, because human aspect is something, because machines and technologies are something that can be exported, they can be um, upgraded. But when we talk about humans, they had to have go through trainings. For example, अगर आप लोगों को याद हो, when India started importing computers, so at that point of time, the big question was that how to train the already working people who are there as human resources, and how to train them about computers. So there used to be huge long trainings and huge investments for people to learn computers and then make organization effective. So these are certain things that are there. And the most difficult part of any organization is human aspect, because have humans cannot be upgraded. They have to adapt certain kind of behavior, unke salaries, unke wages, unke responsibility, duties, how they can work, uh, what they can work, how much skills they have. These all things are part of organizational structure, and it is very difficult to manage sometimes. And there are certain examples that are there which comes forward where we can say that obviously human aspects are difficult to manage. Then human elements are the causes and result of interaction. They are causes and result of social process, duties attached to them, responsibilities, and other activities. So basically, human elements are very much attached to a lot of things, and it causes a lot of uh, things, and it gives us very much results if they are managed in a proper way. The high rate of industrial growth, increased pace of technological development, and complex nature of the jobs made the workforce of an organization the source of completive success. So basically, the organizational growths that we are seeing these days, because there is very much good technologies that are there in the market, and innovation is always going on in the industry on different things. People are importing good technologies for small things that are there. Okay, uh, not only this has made industries to grow faster, it also have impacted the jobs of people, because sometimes technologies come and people who can adapt it very normally, very quickly, they can be successful in retaining their jobs. But sometimes the nature of the job becomes so complex that the organization also have to manage the workforce that is there, and that is very important for the success of the organization. So this is there. Then what all this gives us is that managing men has become a vital part in present day management. So basically, earlier managing men was not such a big thing, because a lot of things were there in the industry was about, and was all about mostly uh, there were labors were used to be used as slaves and everything. So now it is not the case. People know their rights and they fight for them also, and there are laws that gives them certain kind of rights, and there are certain duties that employers also have. So basically, managing men became over the years a vital part of management, and the organizations that are taking care of their employees are actually growing very nicely. And it comes up with basically this has became part of organizations reputation also. Their reputation is also get affected if their employees are not happy. So this is something which has come forward in the coming years. Now, any negligence of the human element leads to misunderstandings between the management and the workers. So basically, if there is slightest negligence of any kind of human element that we have discussed earlier, it can cause misunderstandings. The results of which can be seen in the form of increased labor turnover, absenteeism, indiscipline, decline in quality of the work, and increased cost production, and certain other problems in the market. So basically, if there is certain kind of lack of communication between management and the workers, it can result in certain messes. Okay, the things can be messed up in a particular organization, because then if these kind of management malpractices, or say miscommunications keep retaining in the industry, then there are chances that people the labor will uh, keep getting rotated. Then people might might be absent from their particular jobs. They can be indisciplined in the in the way of strikes and all. They can also decline the quality of work, and most probably they can leave you. And it will obviously increase cost of production, because you have to invest cost in different things. You have to hire people on higher values, because you have certain work pending. So these are the things that can happen if misunderstanding is there between management and worker. Therefore, in this context, the concept of industrial relation receives widespread attention all over the world. And over the years, there have been uh, great debates around this particular topic of industrial relations. The objectives of maintenance of industrial peace is not only to find out ways and means to solve conflicts or to settle differences, but also to secure unreserved cooperation and goodwill of different groups in an industrial unit. So basically, the main objective of maintenance of industrial peace is not only to solve the conflicts between workers and management. It also is to secure unreserved cooperation. There is certain kind of goodwill that an industry had to maintain. So these things maintain these kind of goodwills, cooperation between the people. It also goes forward and resolve the conflicts also between people. Okay. Then the purpose is to channelize energies and interest of the employees towards economically viable, commercially feasible, financially profitable, and socially desirable solutions for the overall development of a particular industry. So basically, the purpose of having industrial relations and having people to understand that what is going on is because is to basically make things economical viable, to make the things commercially feasible for industrial also and workers also. Then there is this particular thing which is called profit. It has to be also maintained by employers so that they can basically pay salaries and pay all the bills that are there. Then socially desirable solutions for overall development of a particular industry. So these are certain things that are there. Then industrial peace aims at development of a sense of mutual confidence, dependence, and respect among all the employees of an industrial unit at different levels. So students, what happens is, to maintain industrial relations, it is very important to maintain industrial peace. And this particular peace program aims at development of a sense of mutual confidence, not only for management but also for the workers that are associated with the management. Then dependence of each other and mutual respect between each other, that there should be respect of employee, employer, management, managers should respect their workers, and there should be examples of leading the crowd, and they should be leaders, and these leaders should positively lead workers to and encourage them to work towards benefiting the organization. So these are certain things that are managed by industrial peace, and industrial peace aims at doing it. It also encourages of different hierarchies coming closer to one another to remove misunderstandings and provide scope for redressal of grievances. So basically, mm, industrial peace not only aims at developing certain kind of senses of confidence, dependence, and respect, but also encourages that at different hierarchies in an organization they should come together. They should have proper communication between each other, and if there are certain grievances that are coming about, then they should be resolved at in a particular time manner. So these are certain things, and if there are some misunderstandings, then there should be scope that these misunderstandings can be cleared within the time frame that is provided, and it should be managed in such certain way that industry also does not suffer and the worker also does not suffer. So these kind of things are maintained by industrial peace. So basically, industrial relations are somehow very much dependent on industrial peace. Once this peace is somewhat disturbed, then industry faces problems, and because industry is also facing problems, automatically worker also suffers. Okay, let's go forward and see what is the meaning of industrial relations. Okay, we are going to discuss definitions from different authors of industrial relation, but before that, let in this particular lecture, let's see what does industrial relation means. So the term comprises of two words. One is industry and the other is relations. So industry means any activity which is productive, which gives production, and there are certain individuals that are engaged with that production. So if we sum up in one if we want to sum up this sentence in one, then it means that industry means any productive activity in which an individual is engaged, okay, and he is working towards the production, towards the end product. Okay, now productive activities, like the word that is mentioned here in industry, in the meaning of industry, includes primary activities like agriculture, fisheries, plantation, forestry, horticulture, mining, etc., etc., which gives you very raw material. Primary activities means that raw material, for with any person who's working for a raw material, uh, that will come under primary activities. Like agriculture means like if you are sowing wheat, bajra, barley, anything that sort of thing. Then fisheries, and if you're planting plantations or vegetables, then forestry for other things, horticulture, mining for diamonds and coal and other things. So these are basically uh, 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 very raw materials that come, and then they are sold to the industry for making end products. So basically, whatever we extract from Mother Earth, and it is in a raw form, that is primary activity. Now let's see what is secondary activity. So manufacturing, construction, trade, transport, commerce, banking, communication, these all activities fall under secondary activities. Manufacturing, for example, um, we bought uh, wheat from the farmer, so it is primary activity. Once we bought wheat from the farmer, we went to our particular industry which goes about to make flour. So we we bought something from the person who is engaged in the primary activity, and then we, after buying that, we engage ourselves in a secondary activity of manufacturing that particular thing into an end result, and then putting that entire thing into the market. Okay, this is there. Now, economically speaking, industry means the secondary sector where factors of production are gainfully employed for the purpose of production and where a business organization exists. So basically, industry is somewhat uh, associated with the secondary sector where production happens and people are employed with certain gain. They are getting salary, their purpose is to give some production, and the this particular industry has to manage certain kind of business. Okay, so economically, industry means which a certain thing which is associated with the secondary sector. It is about production, it gives gainful employment to people, and the basic purpose of having this industry is to produce something, and at the end of the day, this all industry is a part of business. Okay, then factors of productions. There are four factors of production. First is land, labor, capital, and enterprise. And this four factor of production is associated with four M's, that is men, material, money, and machines. Okay, so you have to understand that these secondary sector are having certain kind of factors of production. These factor of productions are related to land, labor, capital, enterprise, and these things engage four M's with the which are associated with production, which is men, material, money, and machines. Then let's talk about relations. So relation means the relations that exist in the industry between the employer and his workforce. So basically, whatever the in an industry, whatever the relation is existing between employer and workforce is altogether industrial relation. Different authors have defined the term industrial relations in somewhat different way. We are going to discuss that in the another lecture. For this lecture, this is it. We have discussed about introduction of introduction of industrial relations in this particular lecture. I have tried to tell you that what is EPFO all about. Uh, in the next lecture, I will tell you that definitions of industrial relations from different authors and how they have defined industrial relations in in their own understanding and with their own experiences. Okay, for this lecture, this is it, students. I hope that this is the introduction was very much helpful for you. Keep watching Scholar IAS. Visit scholar.com for more lectures like this, videos like this, and for your upcoming EPFO exams. All the best. Thank you.